In 1992, Hollywood lost The Rifleman, but Chuck Connors left behind more than just a TV show. He left behind secrets, scandals, and a life more dramatic than any Western. From his Cold War connections to the affairs that nearly ruined him, Connors' story remained buried for decades. Now, 30 years later, the truth comes to light. Born Kevin Joseph Aloysius Connors on April 10, 1921, in Brooklyn, New York, Chuck was raised by Irish immigrant parents during the Great Depression. His father worked as a longshoreman, while his mother took small jobs to support the family. Despite hardships, Chuck found an escape in sports, dreaming of playing for the Brooklyn Dodgers. At 14, his athletic talent earned him a scholarship to Adelphi Academy, where he excelled in baseball, basketball, football, and track. By 1939, he was one of Brooklyn's top high school baseball players and later attended Seton Hall University on an athletic scholarship. It was there he earned his lifelong nickname. While playing first base, he'd shout, "Chuck it to me!" World War II interrupted his college career. In 1942, Chuck joined the Army and became a tank warfare instructor at Fort Knox, later training soldiers at West Point. Even while serving, he stayed close to sports, playing semi-pro baseball and professional basketball in the American Basketball League. After 3 years in the Army, he joined the Boston Celtics in 1946 during their inaugural season, playing 49 games. But his real passion was baseball. In 1949, he made his MLB debut with the Brooklyn Dodgers, but played only one game before heading to the minor leagues. By 1951, he was back in the majors with the Chicago Cubs, hitting 2 home runs that season. Then, fate intervened. In 1952, while playing for the Los Angeles Angels, Chuck hit a massive home run that caught the eye of MGM casting director Billy Gordon. After a brief injury sidelined him, curiosity led him to an MGM screen test. Within days, he had a Hollywood contract. His first role was in Pat and Mike, 1952, alongside Spencer Tracy and Katharine Hepburn. Though his part was small, Tracy encouraged him to stick with acting. Chuck took the advice to heart. Over the next 6 years, he appeared in more than 20 films, proving he was more than just an athlete. But his biggest role, the one that would make him a legend, was still ahead. One of Chuck Connors' most memorable early roles was in Disney's Old Yeller, 1957, as Bern Sanderson, a role that helped him gain recognition. He also appeared in Trouble Along the Way, with John Wayne and the Big Country, with Gregory Peck and Charlton Heston. Unlike many actors of the time, Connors balanced both film and television, appearing in 18 different TV shows. His hard work across 1,400 minutes of screen time set the stage for his biggest role yet, The Rifleman. At first, Connors rejected the role of Lucas McCain due to low pay, but producers sweetened the deal with a higher salary and 5% ownership of the show. He trained extensively, working with gun expert Rod Redwing to perfect his iconic rifle-spinning move. When The Rifleman premiered on September 30th, 1958, over 14 million viewers tuned in. The show's mix of thrilling action and heartfelt father-son moments made it an instant hit. The modified Winchester 1892 rifle became Connors' signature, allowing for fast shooting and dramatic spins. But The Rifleman wasn't just about action. It focused on family, portraying Lucas McCain as a widowed father raising his son, Mark. The show's emotional depth resonated deeply, with single fathers writing letters thanking Connors for representing their struggles. Behind the scenes, Connors shaped the show's direction. By the second season, he was pitching story ideas, rewriting dialogue for authenticity, and ensuring McCain wasn't portrayed as a flawless hero. In the episode Waste, McCain accidentally kills an innocent man, a storyline Connors insisted on to highlight the weight of carrying a rifle. He also helped bring in guest stars, including future legend Dennis Hopper. The Rifleman was a massive success, ranking as the 4th highest-rated show in its debut season with 14.6 million households tuning in. Merchandise sales hit $2 million within 3 months, and the show earned 3 Emmy nominations. Even in its final season, it remained popular, ranking 27th overall. Decades later, reruns still attract fans, with a 2018 MeTV survey ranking it among the most beloved classic TV shows. However, after The Rifleman ended in 1963, Connors struggled with typecasting. Audiences saw him only as Lucas McCain, making it difficult to land different roles. Determined to break free, he turned down 8 Western TV pilots and took on a vastly different role in the 1964 comedy Move Over, Darling, playing a stiff banker opposite Doris Day and James Garner. But escaping his cowboy image would prove to be his greatest challenge yet. Breaking away from his Western image proved difficult for Chuck Connors. Even in non-Western auditions, producers felt he still seemed too Western. Frustrated, he briefly considered quitting acting and returning to professional sports. However, he found new opportunities in Arrest and Trial, 1963-64, where he played a defense attorney, proving he could handle intellectual roles. Despite critical praise, the show was canceled after 1 season. In 1965, Connors returned to Westerns with Branded, playing Jason McCord, a falsely accused cavalry officer trying to clear his name. The show ran for 2 seasons and allowed Connors to explore a more complex character, but his most powerful performance came in Roots, 1977, where he played the brutal plantation owner Tom Moore. The groundbreaking miniseries was watched by nearly 100 million viewers, and Connors' chilling performance earned him an Emmy nomination. Later, Connors took on unusual roles in B-movies and TV guest spots. In the 1979 horror film Tourist Trap, he played a sinister museum owner, and in The Daytime Ended, he battled aliens in a low-budget sci-fi flick. He also appeared in popular TV shows like Fantasy Island, The Love Boat, and Murder, She Wrote. In the horror action series Werewolf, 1987-88, he played the menacing villain Janos Skorseny, showcasing a darker side of his acting. Connors' personal life was as dramatic as his career. He married his first wife, Elizabeth Betty Riddell, in 1948 after meeting her during a baseball game. They had 4 sons, but his rise to fame with The Rifleman led to long separations and rumors of infidelity. In 1961, Betty discovered his affair with a co-star, leading to their 1962 divorce. Behind closed doors, she allegedly threatened to expose his affairs unless he met her divorce terms. His second marriage was to actress Kamala Devi in 1963, whom he met on the set of Geronimo. Their interracial marriage was rare for Hollywood at the time, and they starred together in several projects, including Branded and Cowboy in Africa. But while Kamala encouraged Connors to take on more sophisticated roles, he remained committed to his cowboy image. Combined with rumors of infidelity, their marriage ended in 1972. Fittingly, their final film together was The Proud and Damned, a title that mirrored their relationship's fate. Connors' third marriage would be his shortest and most controversial. Chuck Connors' third marriage was his shortest and most controversial. In 1973, he met Faith Quabius on the set of Soylent Green. Despite their 33-year age gap, they married in 1977. Connors joked they had played husband and wife so much that they made it real. But by 1980, they divorced. Faith later accused him of abuse, blaming his drinking, though Connors denied it. The scandal hurt his public image. Rumors of infidelity followed Connors throughout his life. Some actresses refused to work with him, and in 1975, a scandal involving a young actress reportedly cost him a major film role. His son, Jeffrey, later said Connors' thrill-seeking lifestyle strained their family. Yet, Connors remained unapologetic, once saying, "I've lived life on my terms. Some may not approve, but I have no regrets." Chuck Connors, a staunch Republican, supported the Vietnam War, marched in a 1967 pro-war parade, and campaigned for Barry Goldwater. Despite career risks, he stood by his beliefs and visited Vietnam multiple times. Surprisingly, The Rifleman became a Soviet hit, with 250 million viewers, including leader Leonid Brezhnev. Invited to Moscow, Connors was treated like a star and filmed Peace and Friendship, promoting U.S.-Soviet relations. His final notable role came in 1991 when he reprised Lucas McCain in The Gambler Returns, The Luck of the Draw. His short but emotional reunion with Johnny Crawford delighted longtime fans. A year later, Connors was diagnosed with lung cancer, likely due to his longtime smoking habit, up to 3 packs a day. Chuck Connors' health declined rapidly in late 1992. Initially, he kept his lung cancer diagnosis private. But by October, he was hospitalized with pneumonia at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center. After 13 days, he passed away on November 10, 1992, at age 71. Fans, co-stars, and athletes mourned his loss. Connors' legacy lives on. The Rifleman remains a beloved classic, influencing future westerns and TV portrayals of single fathers. He also made sports history, becoming one of just 13 athletes to play in both the NBA and MLB. In 1946, he became the first basketball player to break a backboard during warm-ups. Later, in 1966, he helped settle a contract dispute between the Dodgers and star pitchers, giving players more power in baseball.